Hello and welcome back. This is Alcexmo Presents Game of Thrones Genesis. This level is Consolidation of Power, and it's the last mission on the first sort of batch of campaigns, which is about conquering of Dorne. So this mission is a little bit different to the other ones that we're used to, and it's kind of more of an escort mission. So here the dialogue, Nymeria's chatting to her husband, Martell, and saying, good luck, go out there and, try and get some more allies. And she's going to stay at home and make him go off and do all the dirty work. So you've basically got a time limit of just over 4 minutes to get to the first town before nightfall, and the premise is that's to avoid being killed by an assassin. So you have to rely on buying mercenaries. You can't really gain resources on this map. So I've just built one lot of mercenary, and I'm heading to the southern town first, and whenever I can I'm building a second, third, and I've queued up a fourth batch of mercenaries and just adding them to the band. So the tactic here will be just to move as a big giant ball, but as Martell, if he dies, then you lose the mission. So you want to keep him sort of near the back of the pack, which I'm just failing. There we go, I'm sending him back, and there's the first lot of enemy. And you basically just want to keep moving as a big consolidated ball of death, and just moving your army through first and making your way to the southern town. So I don't find this one too difficult, but it is the sort of last mission where you get to play as the Dornish, and I don't think there's anything unique to them at this point, unlike when you play online or 1v1 where you get their special units. But the pictures look a little bit different, and yeah, it's the last mission with Martell in it and a Dornish sort of character. Because I quite like the Dornish in the books, especially in the fourth one, learning about like the Red Viper and stuff like that. So this is the closest you come to sort of playing that character, I suppose. So it's always good to see, and it's where the game brings a little bit more to your experience with A Song in Ice and Fire sort of universe, is getting to run around the desert as a Dornishman. So yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on my money as well, and whenever I can afford another batch of mercenaries, I will add them to my ball here. So basically I've gone for one knight unit, one men-at-arms unit, and 2 bowman unit. That's just to keep the range to the DPS going, and always try and keep sort of moving unless you're actually fighting, because you do have to make it to the town within the time limit given. But as long as you keep moving and don't stop, then you should be fine. I don't think there's any ambush sort of units that come out and attack you from nowhere, but you never know, because the missions aren't always the same when you play them. So the units that the enemy has can vary. So this was one where there was no sort of ambushing units if you do it in this order. So I've just reached the first town here, so he'll be having a pint with whoever's at home and trying to bring them onto his alliance. There he goes. He wants some rest. And then the mission just starts again, and each time you reach a new town you get a couple more mercenaries to add to your sort of ball of death as you march across the desert. So just go over a little bit over 5 minutes to get to the next city, and yeah, just doing a select all the units and moving them north, and just keeping a constant eye for enemy units that may pop up, both on the screen I can see and on the mini map. So there we go, there's a couple of units there, and getting the horsemen to take down the bowmen, and just making sure Mors Martell there doesn't sort of go wandering off too far ahead. So you've got to be a little bit patient with this, but when you do come across enemies, just to make sure you take them out and protect Mr. Martell. And the other thing to keep an eye on as well is anytime your units make a kill, is to upgrade them. Or you can, as they are mercenaries, you can actually pay for them to have an upgrade.
Very well.
So yeah, so there's a couple of other unique missions as we go through the campaign. It's not just all about you know, defeating the enemy, so to speak. So there's a couple of other missions that are escort missions as well. There's some sort of more ones that are based on war, or ones that are sort of more like capture the enemy's towns, which you've seen a couple of those as well. So they do sort of spice it up a bit in the campaign. And there you go, I'm building another mercenary. Now, I'll be building primarily just the horse units, just the mounted units, just because I've travelled so far across the desert now that you know, they have to be able to catch up. So you can see there I sent them to the south first, and then to where I am now. So I used the shift command and sent him 2 movements, and that way that prevents him from running across the centre of the map and running into enemies, so you know he won't die or be on half health by the time he reaches me.
I'm on my way.
So yeah, I don't think you can upgrade Mors Martell himself, which is a little bit of a shame, because I'd love to be able to make him walk a bit faster. And your typical heroes, or your general, or whatever they're called, they're not very good fighting units. I mean, they can put up a little bit of a fight, and you can make them kill merchants or envoys, but they've only got like 10 health, so it's normally not worth it. You know, sending your great lord into battle. So just try and protect them as best you can. So just getting to the second town now, and he does his usual, you know, pop into the tavern to get a pint and make friends with whoever, stay the night, and then the next day will come and you'll get more units. So I don't think I've lost any units at the moment, which is probably helps, makes this level a little bit easier, but you can do it if you lose a couple along the way. But if you don't, it just really makes this a simple sort of just you know, walk around the map, you know, walk around the desert kind of sort of mission.
Yes.
So I can see my units are under attack there, so anytime they're under attack you just want to select them all and attack the enemy units. So yeah, I'm not quite too sure when upgrading whether to go movement or morale. You probably want to have a couple of horse units that have the extra speed on them, just in case you know, there is an ambushing unit and they might, you know, come from behind and head straight towards Mors Martell. And if you've got that unit that's got the plus 20% movement, it could, you know, save his life kind of thing, and therefore let you pass the mission.
Yes. Victory will be ours. Of course. Very well. I am being attacked. Yes. We will eliminate.
So yeah, so they just keep streaming in one at a time. Like, don't get too far ahead of yourself. Don't send units sort of ahead of the pack, because they will run into the other enemy units. So when you encounter one, just stop and kill that unit, and then just move on.
I am being attacked. We will eliminate that target. I am being attacked. At your command. As you wish. As you wish.
So I am playing this on expert, and I think the only difference is on the hard or normal difficulties is that there's just less enemy units, and the time might be, they might give you more time, but personally I don't think you need more time to do this mission if you just keep constantly moving.
I am being attacked. Victory will be ours.
Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell what's going on. So if you've got all your units selected and you just hover over the enemy unit, the icon will change to their swords, and then you can right click and your units will do the rest of the work for you.
Very well. Yes. Of course.
But yeah, it's a bit of a shame that Nymeria sort of stays at home on this mission, because it could have made it a hell of a lot quicker if she went out as well and helped captured some of the towns. But instead she's just going to stay home and do whatever and send Mars out there to do the work for her. So that was something I was trying to do on a previous playthrough of the level, see if I could get it to go out, but it wasn't happening. So you just have to watch and walk around. And it's getting another mercenary unit there, because I'm not too sure what other units are coming up. So I mean, anytime you can upgrade your units or buy more of the horseman mercenary, you probably should do that, just to keep your numbers up, because you never know what's going to hit you.
I'm listening. Of course. As you wish. At your command. As you wish.
So it's just reaching the third town now. See, I've got like a minute 40 or so left. So he's going to go in there once again and spend the night.
As soon as possible.
There he goes. And now he wants to destroy the town in the middle because he's got enough allies. And they give you a whole bunch of units to do it. So I think you can leave Mars where he is for this portion, but I wasn't too sure. But just select all your units and sort of send them in. I mean, because I haven't lost any units and I've been constantly building new ones, I've got quite a fair few armies there. What's that, about 11 or so. So I know it can be kind of a benchmark for you guys to if you've got that sort of number of armies, and you're in good shape.
What is it you want? As you wish. Ready? Yes. At your command. As soon as possible.
But yeah, it's not the most exciting ending to the campaign. But like I said, it's good that you get to play as one of the Dornish guys. I do think they're kind of an interesting people in the world of the Song of Ice and Fire. So I'm interested to see what their role's going to be in the future, where the current storyline is. And yeah, it's good to kind of see their past, as they're kind of being the rebellious kingdom, and not actually being part of the rest of the Westeros sort of thing. And so this is how they did their business back in the day. And yeah, so I think you just got to kill off the armies. You don't actually have to storm the town. It's just a group of the units at the bottom. So once my units sort of mop this up, Mars will be very happy, and I'm sure Nymeria will be happy as well. And that's the victory. And there's a bit of a story there to go on to tell you what happens. But anyway, that's it for this one. So thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one.